This is a special video for my #1 fan, the person that has dedicated so much of his time to doing exactly what I do, just worse. All around worse, to gradually improving over time. Let's be honest here, we've known each other for close to 3 years now, and I think it is about time I take time out of my day to answer the burning question that you have been asking for so long. And what is that question?
Question?
UTC does not reply to me anymore. Maybe ask them why they don't love me anymore.
Such a good question. I am so glad you asked. I am so glad you took the time to ask Sage, who at the time was doing a majority of my artwork, and then follow up with other people on my staff or just people in my orbit to make it kind of weird and kind of uncomfortable because of how you just send people so many different voicemails.
Hey there, you. How you doing? Sorry for the unsolicited message, but I just saw your profile and it caught my attention. I think you look great. I'm sending you a message because I have a YouTube channel where I make really amazing ASMR boyfriend roleplay audios, and I think that's something you're into. So hopefully you can check me out. It's called Tingly Tones. I'd really love to know what you think and to get to know you a little bit better. So send me a message and let's talk a bit more, hopefully. Take care for now. Thank you.
Here's the answer. Here is the burning answer that my #1 fan needs to know. Project that we worked together. Yes. This project that we worked together on, he had traded on my name to get what I felt was like a free commission out of a writer. And look, I love Quick Lock Abyss's stuff, but it pains me to think that it's like, they're saying it's like, me and UTC need a script for, and this is how it was relayed to me, is basically like, me and UTC need this script, and we're doing a collab. I asked him, well, it's a commission. You're asking specifically for a script. Did you pay for it? No, they didn't. So I contacted Quick Lock Abyss, and I paid them myself. I paid the commissioning fee, and then I said, like, look, here's the deal. I will pay the commissioning fee. It doesn't mean that I have to really go through with filling the script and continuing the collab. Yeah, I know. He has this habit of like reaching out to people that are new on the scene and collabing and asking for a collab. And his channel was, at the time, I think it was like 30,000 subscribers, and I was at like 5,000 subscribers. So I thought this was like the coolest thing ever, that someone big was like reaching out to me. The thing that like irked me the most, because once again, he had reached out to what was at the time my growing team in 2023, Naylan being a scriptwriter and Sage being a thumbnail artist, and trying to basically like copy what I do. God damn it. It really... sometimes it really just is like it was word for word taking the same as what is on my channel. God, M4A, boyfriend ignores your final gift, and boyfriend instantly regrets ignoring your final gift. What's over here? Hold on. What's this? Give me just a second. Boyfriend instantly regrets ignoring your final gift. All right, so as you can see, hand over face, orange background, kind of like all this stuff, which is to say, like, he had a phase. And there's like a lot of like back and forth of like trading ideas, right? But it's when you take like the thumbnail and the title that like you are directly ripping someone off. And it is so like blatant at that point. Now, I am sure you are thinking at this moment, But UTC, this happens all the time in the industry. And I would say, you know what? Sure. Because I did it too. I took every single script I could that Tingly Tones commissioned of Quick Lock Abyss that would somewhat apply to my channel. I took them and gave them a good home. A little bit out of spite.
Spite! Spite's the word of your undoing.
Because Quick Lock Abyss does great work, and they don't deserve to have their scripts hidden away in some dark corner of the internet, luckily enough, or maybe because they just weren't willing to pay an exclusivity fee. The commissioned scripts that Tingly Tones made through Quick Lock Abyss find their way online and onto the internet. This will later create a fun little situation I like to call the Ouroboros, but that will have to be shown at the end of the video. This is the first of many scripts that I would cover with the idea that I could do it better, because I know I can. Look here, look deep into my eyes, and know that you can't match what I do without trying really hard. And trying really hard just doesn't fall into your wheelhouse, does it, Tingly Tones? No, of course not. So while this may have gotten 27K, mine would get 83,000.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
It's no small number to sneeze at. It's a good script. It deserves good effort. Take the time. Think about what's been written and think about how it might appeal to the people that would watch your channel. Don't farm it out. That's my advice to you. Or else you'll end up with situations like this, where you have more AI art and you just take the title that was written for the commission and put it in the title of your video. Now look, saying you're fat and stupid probably does garner some attention.
You're fat, lazy, and stupid!
But if you just took some time and thought it over, you might land on a little variation like I put on right here. You would get over 100,000 views instead of tens of thousands of views. Taking the time to think about this is going to take away from your true passion, which we all know is the Patreon. Why are they so freaky? Because it gets attention. He makes most of his money. This man makes more money than me. Let me tell you that right now. He has one of those spicy Patreons that gets like a lot of traction. And so this man is making the good money.
Money's good. Money is happiness.
You may think like, oh, he's posting like all the time. Yeah, he has five channels, but they're all to promote the Patreon. The Patreon for this guy is the product. The audios that he posts are the advertisement. And like I can understand that. And I don't even fault him for that. You know what? As long as YouTube's going to allow it, it's whatever. It's his own thing.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Similar themes make for great audios. There are many times I have forgotten anniversaries, I have forgotten birthdays, I have forgotten Valentine's Day. Forgetting is a great niche to get into.
I forgot.
Which is why when I saw this, I thought, let's make it a third time. Now, while having 24K isn't something to really write home about, it is something I'm proud of because it's still more than the 10,000 that was gotten the first time around. And I say first time around because I am sure later on this video will be reposted and it will garner maybe a similar amount of views. It's hard to be certain. You'll find out more why at the end of the video. Here is another instance where this one actually did pretty good, but I was convinced solely out of spite that I could do better. And would you be surprised that I did? This one actually falls outside of my wheelhouse. Normally, I would have skipped this one. The idea that there is no argument here, that this is somewhat fluffy and wholesome, but it was a quick lock script, and I do have a mission. A mission I keep winning at. Look at that. 64 versus what? 20 something? 22. 22. I pretend that I don't know, but I knew exactly what the number was.
You knew the whole time, didn't you?
It's a sequel to this one. One of my most famous videos. By the way, this was about 2 years ago. Really nice number for keeping track of when someone goes in behind you and tries to copy every little bit of it. Like so. Of course, you can do your best to copy greatness, but unless you're great yourself, it's just gonna fall flat. That's the whisper ASMR that many people want. Boyfriend tells you to disappear. Now, this one is unique because it hasn't quite gone as far as to copy everything that was in the thumbnail, the text in the thumbnail being different, of course. But in this case, the idea behind it was pretty much the same. Taking the title that I have here, ASMR Boyfriend Tells You to Disappear, and putting it directly into the thumbnail as well as the title here. Just rinse and repeat. But if you don't know what makes something great, you just won't replicate it.
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
I will admit, I don't know too much about bullies. I don't know what makes them good. I don't have a channel specifically dedicated to bully audios like Tingly Tones does. That doesn't mean I can't do better. So this video came out around the time Pat was quitting YouTube. I asked Sage to put a little thing on the back as an homage to game trailers, and then Sage also went as far as to cake him up. If you want to see the cake better, you're going to have to click the video yourself. But just know I did it better. Pregnancy is always a hit in the boyfriend ASMR category. Someone being pregnant, someone getting pregnant, not so much giving birth, and a little bit of taking care of the kids afterwards. If you want good taking care of your kids ASMR with a guy that just rocks, hit up Toki Audio or Toki ASMR. It kills me that I don't know the proper thing off the top of my head, but I'm fairly certain he ranks high enough in the search that you can go see his channel. Maybe in post I put it up above my head. Really, when flashing it on the full screen, fine, that's fine.
This is fine.
Looking at this script, the thing I found special was the idea that a woman is worthy of love outside of their organs inside their body. So when I did this audio, I put a little twist on it and I made them a cat mom. So I took the idea that the mother-in-law was like, oh, your wife isn't having kids, they can't have kids and all that jazz. And I said, fine. Yeah. What if they can't? They're still valid. And then we put a cat in the thumbnail. It was so good. And it did 117,000 views. Thank you to everyone that watched it. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more than what was done the first time around. Because if you don't understand your audience, you're not going to make something great.
That's great! That's just great!
And that's why I'm making this video for you, Tingly Tones, my #1 fan, because of all the ways you've tried to copy me. I feel like talking to me was never on the table.
That was never an option.
Fainting after an argument, two great things. Fainting and arguing. But it gets even better because I took that idea and I added a himbo twist. The idea that what was really being discussed wasn't an argument so much as the person's weight. So I made it into your boyfriend hates your thick thighs. The difference between 100,000 views and tens of thousands of views is understanding the script. Once again, you can get there. I believe in you. You just have to put in the effort.
Maximum effort.
But like I was saying, I did those with the express intent of doing better than Tingly Tones. That was my goal. It's a very low-hanging fruit, but still. Often in YouTube, you're told not to compare yourselves to others, but I just think the scripts deserved better. And I hope they got them.
You deserve better.
I know they got better. What are you talking about? They're on my channel. Of course they got better. I have been teasing this the entire video, and so let's get to present day Tingly tones. The fact is, if you have been paying attention to his latest uploads, you are one of a few. We are so back. We are back to just ripping off everything I do when it comes to being successful. And as my #1 fan, I get it. Roughly 1 week after I had posted the video, I'd gotten 28,000 views. And then 6 hours after you had posted the video, you got close to 500. I mean, 451 is on the higher side of 450 to 500. I'm going to round up, and let's be honest here, it takes a while for those things to update anyway. So we'll give you a good 500 views on the same thing that I did. It's flattering. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I get it. But what gets me is the Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. I don't know what that means.
Because like I said earlier, if you had been paying attention to Tingly Tones channel, it's possible your favorite audios are gone. Controlling your boyfriend's toy? Where did it go?
Where is it? Where is it?
All the sexually deviant stuff that was featured on his channel that acted as a straight pipeline to his 18+ Patreon? It might be missing. Some of your favorites might be missing. Well, don't worry. I got you. I, myself, found one of the Tingly Tones scripts that I had turned down at first. This one was basically where the boyfriend put his head on your chest, and that is how he calms himself down. That is how he goes to sleep. And I'd like to think I did a good job. I'd like to think I did a good job. And you know who else thought I did a good job?
Tell us, oh, tell us.
My #1 fan. I don't get it. I don't get how you can miss the mark so hard on a script you commissioned and have recorded before, and then you paid someone else to make this angry dude on the thumbnail. Not only that, he transitions to other angry poses. I know this is a video put out already. You probably used the same audio again. You handed it off to someone else, and with the strict instructions that since you're copying my channel in the way that it is done, the dude is supposed to look angry.
Angry.
My guy doesn't look angry. He just looks like the Korean K-drama type style that I think is very popular right now in thumbnails. That's it. It's that easy. So, as my #1 fan, let me conclude with saying, I am happy you started paying artists. I am happy you started paying script writers. I am happy that you went out and even commissioned your own series about an evil mother-in-law that is different from mine. But if you want to be like me, then you have to understand what the video is about. You have to understand what makes it popular.
Easiest way to be popular is to leech off the popularity of others.
Do better. If you would like to see a part 2 where I include more information about all the different people that have posted about Tingly Tones in the past, hit me up in the comments. Maybe even include your own story, and we'll see where we can go from there. Thanks for watching.